happening?
Something happening.
What are we doing?
Well, this thing's been in planning for quite a long time, but we're slowly starting to take first steps now. So we're going to pick up something. We got a little van, so
Yeah.
don't get scared.
You might think, oh, I don't remember you having a white bulkhead. We don't.
No.
We are temporarily borrowing this van for. Are you going to tell them or not yet?
Not yet. So we got an hour's drive to pick up something, but we're probably going to see you in a few seconds when we're going to load the van, if we're going to load the van. We're back at the same place where we started. Good old McDonald's.
Nutrition.
Many hours later, 10:30. But
10:45.
oh, yeah.
Way past my bedtime, might I add.
But we secured the package.
We did a thing. The thing is
there.
there. We've done the thing.
You'll see it in a second, but now time for some food.
Big fat cheeseburger.
Okay guys, it's been quite a few days.
A hot minute.
But our purchase that we collected the other day is behind these doors. Shall we?
Pause the video. Guess below what you think might be in there. Thanks.
Let's open it up.
Drum roll, please. Ta-da!
It's a bike.
She pretty.
We can't call this a new chapter, it's just addition for our adventures.
Yep. And you may spot that there is only one bike currently, and that is correct. There is currently one bike. We're just trying to see if it's worth convincing me to do it yet or not, because I'm not sure how I feel about it, so.
So yeah, this is Zontes G1 Scrambler 125. That's why L plates, because I only can ride 125s for now. But I think this one's gonna be a perfect learner bike for me to gain experience and then eventually get a full bike license. We always wanted to do this. We've been watching people like Jamie Gitz traveling on the bikes.
Yeah.
And I was always into bikes, but I don't know why. I was just pushing it on the side always. So this is the first bike for me, and so far I'm loving it. We took it for a ride the other day with my mate. And now I've got a flat battery.
Yeah, it's not gone off to a strong start. But
the thing is that the bike was really cheap.
Yeah, you got very good deal on that.
So this is why it comes with few issues, which we're gonna have to address at some point.
That also brings us on to our location looks a little bit different.
Yeah.
We have just managed to bag ourselves a garage not far from where we live. This is obviously now going to be bike storage and stuff storage. We live in a very teeny tiny flat, so a lot of our stuff can come out of here, but it's also a safe space to do things like tinker on bikes that need tinkering on. We are very pleased that we have now got our own space to do so.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take it for a ride and speak about the bike a bit more.
Also, let us know down below. I am toying with the idea of also getting a 125 and doing my CBT, but I'm not yet convinced it's going to be for me. I just have visions of revving too hard and crashing into a fence. There's loads of gifs and memes
you've seen
about
those memes.
Like that will be me. So I'm a little bit apprehensive. I have, however, booked like a 30-minute session to practice on, because I have never ever ridden a bike. So Aramis has been giving me tips on where things are to find, but in terms of actually using that knowledge and getting a bike to move without flying off into a fence post. So that will be a decider for me whether I do it, but I will document that before and after. I don't think I can film much during that. I don't know whether you'll be able to film anything, but as a small, petite human being, I will give you my honest views on it. But for now...
Yeah, because comparing for Emily, this bike is quite big.
Yeah,
like,
I mean...
I'm 6'1", it's...
Like this is a 125 and this to me is like a normal size bike. I still think this would be too big for me as a 125 personally, just because it's a bit bulky. But this one isn't about me yet. This is about Aramis getting to grips with a new toy, being safe, obviously.
I'm thinking of some sort of adventures on the bike with a tent, go camping, go riding, seeing new places on 2 wheels. Not just in comfort of a camper van.
Yeah, we also have the luxury that if I don't go very far on a motorbike, we are very keen on Aramis doing his full license so that I can at least become backseat princess.
Passenger princess.
So I can still experience the bends of all the nice roads and the country lanes. The other thing I want you to put in the comments for Aramis, because he doesn't really name anything, it's my thing. We struggled to come up with a name for her, and obviously all mechanical friends like cars and bikes should have names. Give us some name suggestions below.
So yeah, so as I said, it's 125, but for 125 it feels really nippy, to be honest. Obviously I haven't ridden many bikes, but it feels nice, and I really like the seating position. You sit very nice and upright. The actual seat is also very comfortable. So I've got Emily's brother behind me. He just bought a bike as well. Everyone's buying bikes. So yeah, the bike feels really nice. I took it for a spin last weekend and I absolutely loved it. Obviously when you come to the dual carriageway or B roads, it's really not the fastest bike, but around the town it's perfect, I think, to learn all the riding and gain an experience before I get the actual full bike license. The weather is perfect for it, like the sun is going down and we're just going for a nice little ride. The thing is, I'm not the biggest bike person, so I don't know, I can't tell you much about the bikes itself. As I said, it's the first bike for me. What's the plans with this? Like, obviously it's not a sports bike, it's more like a scrambler. The name is Scrambler. Originally it should have the kind of off-roady tires, but at the moment the previous owner changed it to like more normal bike tires. So I don't really want to change tires right now. Maybe when they're gonna get a bit lower I might change the tires to something a bit more off-roady. So when it comes to our adventures or travels, I get like a tent on my back seats and, you know, like all the stuff, and just go find a destination and just try to ride it, which I think is completely different experience. We still don't know what's gonna be our first test for this bike. At the moment I'm just testing it. How is it holding on? There's quite a few issues with the bike that I need to address. I have a battery warning flashing, and today when we picked the bike the battery was flat, so I had to bump start it. Potentially I'm gonna have to replace the battery, but apart of that there's another issue that probably mainly that was the reason why the bike was so cheap, is that it has an oil leak. So at some point I need to address that and fix it. But for now, bike feels steaming up. So yeah, I need to address that oil leak and fix that as soon as possible. I mean, it's not very massive oil leak, but when after an hour's ride and when I park, you can see a few drops coming out. The oil level stays alright, so as long as I'm keeping an eye on the oil level, I think it's not the biggest issue. So, but ideally I need to fix that as soon as possible. But yeah, and part of that, I'm absolutely loving this. So that was our news and update to you guys, what you can expect in future. So maybe it wasn't the most interesting video, but we gave you a little update what's happening in our lives, and hopefully we're gonna see you next weekend when we took a Flossie out again for a night somewhere. So thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. Peace.